Hey everybody, how are we all doing today? It is another Sunday, another Simulation Sunday live stream. We are taking a look at some of the players in the community and seeing what styles we got today. We seem to be pretty packed over here, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start looking at a few that I noticed early on. But let's get just a little wide view over here.
I crave protein. You will do nicely.
So we've got quite a few people over here today. Uh, yeah, got a bunch of different Flash. It looks like a lot of Olympian characters. We have a few Lantern Mythos characters and a few X-Men. But I was seeing quite a few. I even took a video of a few, um, just because I know everybody's kind of coming and going. So, but yeah, we're looking pretty nice over here today. I'm gonna look at Billy over here on the end. I have not looked at his style, but it looks to be pretty interesting. So let's take a look over here. Here we go.
I am
I like that.
slowly becoming
Even though
too comfortable.
it is literally the same material on the character, that's very clean. The only thing I would do is probably bump up the black so that it's not as so that it's not as dark and you can see the details of the suit. But otherwise, it's very clean, very nice style. Yeah, that's very nice. I don't know if that's the original character style or not. It could be something from like Marvel, and I just don't recognize it because I'm not that well versed at Marvel. But yeah, and then hey, hey Bullikin, 25. I don't want to butcher that, but yeah. Thank you for your support, man. I'm glad that you found my videos and you like them. Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing it. I should have a few shorts down the pipeline tonight, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can get a style mix video out. Because my armors are kind of packed up, so that kind of means it's time to make another video. Because whatever I make in game, I try to stash that away to another uh, like style armory, so that I'm not forced to imprint over it. Because I want to make sure that everything I have, because everybody's got a different taste and style, so something that may be alright to somebody else really resonates with another. So I always like to kind of make sure all of that's represented because everybody likes something different. So, but yeah. And then I like this Eli Bradley over here. Let me see if I can find him. Here we go. Very patriotic looking suit. I like that. That's like kind of reminds me of like the Star Spangled Kid from the Justice Society of America. That's what it reminds me of. It could be a totally different character that I don't recognize, but that's what it reminds me of. So I think that's pretty neat. Uh, I'm not sure about the material used on the chest, but otherwise it's very nice. And he's got the wet paint on the legs so that the colors stick out a little more. Very nice. And then we got ourselves some Power Rangers here today. I know I saw Jean Grey. Let me find them. No, not a Jean. My bad. Rogue. There she is. Rogue up top. See, now that sideways belt that they gave us with the Harley suit definitely works for that character. It's like something she badly needed. But, yeah, I probably would have used the other hairstyle. I mean, this hairstyle's good, but there's one that just has a streak on the front. But if you're, it may differ with like which version of Jean, because I know in some she's got a lot more of the grayish white hair on the front, and some where it's only a streak in the front. But otherwise, very fair representation of the character. What up, Status? How's it going? How's your Sunday going, man? And I have somebody asking me. They said, "What is that? What material's on your head?" So I don't know if you can see it here. So we're gonna go into the style menu just so I can clear this up. Right here, what you're seeing, this is part of an incentive. This is part of an incentive for Extra Life. You could donate to the content to the Creator League content creators, and then they'll send you the code for this in your email, so that you can uh, go ahead and get it. You can redeem it from the marketplace. You'll go to that redeem tab, and then you'll get this. But I believe it's 25 US dollars to get the headband, and then this emblem here, which is the enhanced angelic drone. I believe that's $10. So it's about 35 in all. And when you get it in your when you get that code, it's a single use code, and it'll only work for one character. So you got to choose which character is going to get that one style, and it's towards charity, so I didn't really mind the price tag. But when you're like, I'm a villain near hero safe house, so it's in battle reactive mode, and it'll flash with different colors. So I can make this. Let me see. Maybe I could change the color. So I can also change this to like a green. You could tint it to a red, or like pink, red, blue, all of that, and then it'll have that like, let me see. I'll just change this to like to a green, and see how it's flashing. Yeah, that's how it'll look in battle reactive mode. But yeah. So I thought it was a worthy donation, so I went ahead and I donated. So you can check that out on their website for Extra Life for our DCUO team, and then you'll see the incentives for that. But it's only the Creator League members so far. It'll probably stay that way, but yeah. But either way, it's pretty cool. Am I able to link it? Yeah, give me a sec here. That is a very good question here. Give me a sec. I'll just find my page and then I'll hit the team. And then that should come up. But otherwise, yeah, it's a really nice reward in the style menu here. In the style menu, let me just show the name of it so that you guys know when if you do buy the incentive, um, you'll know what to look for. So it's reactive streamer headset, and then the emblem is enhanced angelic drone. There we go. So both very nice. Dimensional ink. Let's see. Here, this is the team site. So this will be our dimensional ink. There it is. That is the link for Extra Life. Hey, what's up, Walks Boy? How's it going? All right. So of course I see a Zeus here. I'm going to have to check him out. It would be silly not to. Let's take a look, because Very nice. Yeah, I like that. I think this is a character that would 100% benefit from those new Themysciran materials that are coming out with that booster bundle. This style would 100% thrive with that, just because he has like a lot of the metallic styles on there. I could 100% see him use his new materials, the new chromas on this, and it'll look fantastic. Especially the gold one or the bronze. Because I mean, probably the bronze, because I think that's what he's trying to go for with this. He's using the bronze because he probably doesn't want the super bright gold. Um, but yeah, yeah, very nice style here. Let's do a little turnaround. All right. Let's see. So I see a Colossus over here. I'm very interested when I see people make Colossus and they're doing that warp soul skin, because I like that. It has a very metallic look to it. And to be honest, I really like when people try to use the new skins to replace some of the older skins, because let's be honest, those old skins aren't really that amazing after a while. I mean, there's some that still hold up, but a lot of the other ones are really dated. I feel they should probably update those, because like, yeah, I mean, we're kind of getting there. We've had those for a long time, so I'm all for seeing people try to use the new skins to replace the old ones in one form or another. Like, see, we have someone else over here as well. He did another Colossus. He's right next to him, basically doing the same thing where he uses that warp soul skin. So that's nice. I like that. It still gives you that shininess of like almost like metal, but then has an organic feel like it's an actual person. Um, I like this. This is kind of funny, this style, um, but it's hilarious. I like it, especially with the slippers. Like for me that's already a win. I like that. Like even that Arug kind of going around them. That's a nice style. Yeah. I don't know if it's specific to anything, but I know that's freaking hilarious. I like that. Yeah. I like it when there's some styles that don't take themselves too seriously, but they're going for like the fun factor, you know? So I like that. So this kind of looks like a Craven from Marvel, kind of. That's what it reminds me of. Walks Boy, what's that again? He said serve UE play 5. I don't know what that means. Maybe elaborate on that a little bit. So then we have Demigod Hercules. Let's take a look at him. Here we go. So yet again, here they are using the bronze material. Um, the only thing that I would wish is for, I mean, it's probably because they want to have a whole metallic suit, but I kind of wish the loincloth here was the same color of the blue, but then you'd lose all that metallic finish look to it. That's the only thing. Maybe you could use like the burnished bronze or something on this, maybe. Um, but yeah, he may very well be doing it very specific to the character, and I just don't know the character well enough. But still a very nice style, very nice, and I like the little dragon in the background because I thought those were cute when they came out. I thought they did good on that. I mean, I would rather have that than a dragon like uh like a dragon doll or something that hooks to your waist like all those other ones. I'm not a fan of those dolls, to be honest. But I know some people liked them. It just wasn't something for me. All right, let's look at DCU Superman, and it's Batman. Uh, I mean, I feel everything here is pretty simplistic. I know he definitely is using the burnished bronze on all this. That's nice. For me, the best part of this is using that gilded metal weave material on the belt. That's the best part. The only sad thing is that it's got an Owlman insignia on the front. Not a fan of that, but you work with what you got. So I can't quite fault that. Let's take a look here. I want to check out the Superman Returns guy. I've been eyeing him for a little bit. It's supposed to look like Century for what it looks like. Okay, so it's a very early Century. Definitely, it looks like they're starting out because you could tell it says Owl Suit, so they're probably a skip player, but they're getting into the game. So that's good. And it sees it seems like they're already getting their Century character together. That's nice, and they're leveling up. Nice. Well, good to see that. Most important thing when you're starting out, I feel, one of the first artifacts you should have leveled should be the Bottle City Soda. Save you so much money in the game. Yes, it's only a couple thousand, but when you're starting out, um, that's kind of rough. So it's definitely something that helps out the new players. And it doesn't take that much nth metal. I think it's only 100,000. So that's a drop in the bucket, considering what we end up spending on or putting into artifacts rather than spending. Let's see. All right, I like that. Um, I don't know if this is specific to a character or not, but oh, changed it midway through. Oh, okay. All right. Let's take a look again. Um, be honest, I kind of liked the first one better. I mean, this one's alright, but it feels a little too dark. You lose a lot of the details. Maybe should have used a different material on the front of the face or something. But yeah, yeah. Otherwise, I mean, I did like the first one a little better. To be honest, I'm seeing this person Misty Knight. Almost reminds me of like a Domino character. I like that. That's very clean. The only thing I probably would have changed differently would be the boots, because you see the double knee pads. Not crazy about that, but I do like the aesthetic of one golden arm. I think that's kind of cool. And of course you can't go wrong with the wet paint material. Uh, Easily the best material in the game. Second would be shaded comic. And the reason why I like the wet paint better is that it matches better with skin tones, and it doesn't have that overabundance of shading. Yeah. Let's see what else. So Saint Lucian. Let's take a look there. I believe I've seen this character before. I don't know how. I mean, oh, okay, I see. The purple aura with the purple energy on the headpiece that kind of comes with it, so you have to. I don't know about the color scheme. It may be referencing a character. I don't know about that, but I do like how they use the Apocalyptian General shoulders with the Apocalyptian Amazon. That was very smart because spikes are almost identical. That's actually really smart. Like that's something I'd probably like take for a style because it would work pretty well. Yeah, that's very nice. And then we got persevering. I'm liking that aura. A lot of people are using that aura, and that's nice. Very nice aura. Yeah, yeah. That aura. I don't think I've seen really anything like that. So this is very big. Um, the funny enough, you see how the aura rotates around and kind of cycles in and out of itself. that seems very similar to that seems very similar to like how the Spear of Destiny like works. Like it spins within itself. So it looks like they're trying out like some new tech where uh where it goes ahead and it's like assets that can actually actively move around freely, whether it's around the character or within a certain area. Um, so I think that's pretty cool. Uh, but yeah, I think that's pretty sweet right there. That's that's pretty nice. Yeah. So it looks like they're trying out different physics or a different mechanic for items. So I think that's pretty nice. And then we've got Morph over here making making the Watcher. Yeah, I like the What If series. I wish there was more of it. I liked the first season. I liked the second season. I thought the second season was a little silly, just because of how gaudy I think it was Peggy Carter, how gaudy she got at the end, where she was wearing like Loki's or Hela's helmet, had like Thor's hammer, like she had like so much going on with that outfit. It was kind of funny to watch, but otherwise, yeah, this was very nice. And I mean, as you can see, like his face piece wasn't loading up here just because there's so many people around. It's just a common thing in the game. But like he has the white, like he has the headpiece like colored white so that the eyes would show through on the face style. Had the short afro on so that it would meet up with the rest of the head style. So you could tell there was quite a bit of effort that was put in to make sure that it lined up correctly, you know. And that's a Lex Luthor Halloween plastic mask. So it's very nice style. Here, let's do one more turnaround and then we'll move on. Yeah, very nice style. Where very well thought out. Yeah, I like seeing styles that people definitely take the time to think out every single part of it, so that you know, so that all the way around, 360 all the way around, it looks good from any angle. Okay. Hyperius Zeus. Let's take a look at him, because it almost looks like an aquatic character with like Olympian tones to it, which would make sense. And Van Helsing, I'll have to check him out because that name is pretty interesting. Let's see. No, it's Helios. Oh, okay. It was his name going over there. Okay. Let's look at Zeus anyway. See, like, that's pretty nice. I like the color scheme. I like how he thought outside the box and used that Shroud of Anubis chest to have that ancient look. Like, I like that. That's not something you see a lot. So I can appreciate the thought put into this. So very nice style. I think it fits well for the character. I'm almost waiting for like the shield to go so I can do like a turnaround of the character. Yeah. But otherwise, very nice style. And then we got Helios. We might as well take a look at Helios since he's right there next to him. There we go. I mean, that's very nice. Yeah, that's not bad. Um, the only thing is, I feel like the material doesn't make it as uniform because you see the really dark here, but it doesn't really match up with anything else except like maybe that dial there. It's a very nice style, but I feel like it should be more uniform, but that could just be me. That just could be me. And we got Nelson over here. I'm always down for a little bit of Dr. Fate. There he is. That's very nice. Yeah, I like that. Like it's not too much. They're not trying too hard. You know, they're it looks like they're going more for the materials over the look. So they want it to be aesthetically pleasing with the materials, and I can respect that. Like you can see even on a very aged old style like the Dr. Fate gloves, he put the burnished bronze on there so that it had a better material on it. You know, like definitely upgrading a very old style. So that's very nice. And I always have people ask me about this shirt. This is the rash guard from the summer seasonal. It's a style that a lot of people use. Mainly people that make like Superman styles, but you'll see from time to time like characters like this will also use it. All right. I'll just take a quick look around here. Looks like we got a little bit of Star Wars action going on here. We got ourselves a Skywalker. You know what? That actually does make a very nice style for Skywalker. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a very nice chest style. I already, just by looking at it and seeing what they use for the chest style, yeah, that definitely makes sense for that character. The hair works really well. I'd probably make it a little more brown. It seems like it's almost like a deep blonde. I don't know if that's quite right for the character, but otherwise, yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to make this look like the lightsaber belt. But yeah, it's very nice. I mean, that twisted handle almost reminds me of like Count Dooku's lightsabers. So that's kind of funny seeing like that bend in the pistol and trying to think of that as like a lightsaber. All right, what else? So we got. Oh, okay. I got to take a look at him again. The Colossus. It seems like he's almost got like a. To me, this has like a Vandal Savage feel to it. Very much like a Vandal Savage feel to it. I don't know if he ever dresses up like this in the comics, but that's pretty nice. It's got a very regal feel to it, like he's like a leader of like a mutant nation or something. You know what I mean? That's what it kind of looks like. Like he's in a very high position there. Then we got Cobra Leader. Man, we need a better Cobra emblem. Yeah, we definitely need a better one. I mean, I think this is the only one that actually comes close. But just looking at this now, like there is no other emblem that's really this close. So we could use a better one. Yeah. But otherwise, that headpiece is like the best. Easily the best. The only thing that's not as great for newer players is that it's an omnipotent item. So you have to build this up to get that head style. Where with, other characters, that's not quite the case. I mean, other styles, they're, you know, pretty easy to get for the most part, most styles. But otherwise, very nice head style. Can't go wrong with that for that character. Let's see who else. Is that a Groot? Yes, it is. Oh, I like that. That's the Groot in the Ravager uniform. I like that. That's a clever use of that emblem. I think that's the Nuclear Man emblem. Yeah, very very clever use of that. Yeah, I mean that the Black Hawk gear is great for that to get that Ravager look. Very nice. Yeah, and like even use the wild chroma on the headpiece in the back, so it's just straight green. I like that. Very nice. And you even have the OG Firefly aura. I remember they released that aura 2 weeks early on the marketplace by accident one night, and I had quickly swooped that up and had bought it. And they had also dropped a Black Adam legendary character as well for like Legends PvE or PvP. They had also released him too early, so and so for like 2 weeks I was wearing this aura because I thought it was so cool. Because it was once you started moving around or were in combat, you wouldn't see it, but then when you were out of combat, these little guys would come out. Kal-El. He looks like algae version of Dictator gone to China. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, sounds about right. And welcome to chat. Uh, yeah, you know, let's take a look here. So we got the Kal-El over here. He's standing all by himself over here. Let's see if we can check him out. That's if my eyes do not go over his name. There we go. So that's a very nice style. Like I was saying with the other guy, this is that rash guard style. Uh, this is a very nice style. You could tell he definitely took the feel of the material, the texture of the materials over the styles, and so this is one of those styles where the having a good material over the styles is very big. That's going to add another layer of complexity to your style and really make it pop versus it kind of being an old style or something like that, and it just doesn't resonate as well. And then we got a steel over here. Don't see a lot of steel characters. Man, I ran that mission as a villain to get into Steelworks all the time, so that I could get that that turf hammer, which looked a lot like Steel's hammer. And those boots are amazing. I use those boots for my Steel as well because it has like the little thrusters on the back of the legs. Yeah, so I use the same exact boots. Those are really the only boots you'd want to use for Steel. So this if you're curious about the style name of these boots, it's called Alien Tech. But it's a fabulous style. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this with the Alien Tech style. And of course, this is very nice. That's Sector 3601, something like that. But and then I like how he used six-dimensional Kryptonian to go over the cape, so it didn't mess with the cape, so that the cape could still drape nicely on the character, and you could still see that and have just a little metal covering over it. So I'm guessing this is I'm guessing most of this is the chromatic metallic material, and then that very top piece is most likely the steel chroma. Oh, and he's even got the little orbs around. Nice. So he's got the chrome spheres, which you had to beat. You had to beat Cosmic Boy on season 3. You had to beat him on round 15 to be able to buy those in the vendor. And he's already switching to the Superman 1 million. Yeah. He's dueling. That's why. All right. But yeah, those chrome spheres are really nice. You can use them for Metallo. No, not Metallo. You can use them for Magneto. So you can use for Steel or Magneto. Got ourselves Red X over here. I can't see his face style, but I'm sure it shows up once I go into the menu. That's why I go into the menu, because it kind of gets around that issue, so you don't have to worry about if there's too many people nearby. Now let's just take a look at Dolphin here real quick. Now see, this is a version of the character that I know in the comics. She's actually got fins on the back of her legs and her hands. She was, I think for a while, she was kind of just a friend to Aquaman, and then she became at one point like a love interest. And this skin is based on her, like right from the comics, based on her. But yeah, let's look at Red X because I kind of got a little sidetracked. Uh, so I like this because they took the effort to make the chest style seem like it worked with the leg style. This seems like to be a very different feel for the character, but I don't I don't hate it. I actually like it because I do like, kind of like, it seems like he almost like has like a hood around the neck. I kind of like that. It's got a different feel to it. I like that. Yeah. I don't hate it. That's actually really nice. Yeah. So we'll do one last spin on this character, and then we will move on. Okay, so we got Johnny Dark Souls. That looks like a dragon character. I had a league mate that was saying there weren't enough dragon styles in the game, and then here you go. We had Year of the Dragon, and I'm like, well, there you go. Now we got plenty of dragon stuff in the game. So I think this is a really nice style. I'm guessing this is based on Charizard from Pokemon. Very nice style. What's Morph up to now? I don't recognize this character at all, but it looks nice. Maybe a little tweak on the colors. Let's see. We've got Day One over here. Let's take a look at them, and then I'll look at Harold J, because Harold J is piquing my interest there. So we got Day One. So definitely a Power Rangers character. It doesn't look bad. Yeah, doesn't look bad. I like that. I like how they use the faceplate underneath the mask. Nice detail there. Let's see. Who was I gonna look at again? On the name. Oh, there we go. Harold J. That's right. Okay, so this is supposed to be, I think, Hal Jordan when he became an Omega Lantern. Um, I mean, it's a nice style. The only chest piece I would probably change it to would be, I mean, this is a nice chest style, and the emblem works well. I would probably think about using the Damaged Lantern chest style, maybe. That's the only other thing. But it may be too bulky for this, and that's why he decided on using this instead. Um, but very nice style. I probably would have used different hair, because, I mean, this is just the head style to begin with because it's cutting off so it doesn't go over, but otherwise very nice. Where is it? I just saw style, and now I'm just like, where did it go? Oh well, I'll see him when I see him. Let's take a look at Tommy Oliver. Looks like he is the. There we go. Looks like he is the Green Ranger. I mean, that works pretty good. The only thing I would probably do is add that wet paint to the legs. I don't know why they're without that. Maybe there's a reason I don't know about. But otherwise, the chest style's pretty great for that. The shoulders work well. I don't know what the clipping is with the face mask and the headpiece. I don't know if I like that. Yeah. Otherwise, it's very nice style. And then we got. Let's take a look at our friend Flash here, because I'm kind of curious to see what material he's wearing. All right, so I think he's at a good start. It looks like he's a new player, so I can't quite, you know, can't quite go in that crazy here because he's just starting out. But he's got the 31st century chest and legs. That's that's very solid slimline to start out with. The hands I probably would have used the edge trim. Those will be better. What else? The foot style, that's fine. That's fine for a Flash character. Um, and then some sort of a waist style would probably work. But overall, not too bad for someone who's just starting out. You know. We got Rick Scales. I love it when people like try to look like that look like brick. I think that's always funny. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. It's funny how the legs are kind of just very really skinny in comparison, but hey, he's made of earth, so he's still gonna be pretty sturdy. But otherwise, not too bad. I wish the eyes were a little more visible, but this is Kryptonian, the Kryptonian style, or at least the head is the head and chest. Yeah, but very nice style nevertheless. Okay. Let me see here. We got Jokeroid. Oh, we got Red Knight over here. Uh, welcome to chat, Red Knight. Let's take a look at your style. Um, I mean, it's pretty good. The only thing I would probably think, I don't know if you're able to do this or not. The only thing I would think of is I would diversify materials a little bit. I mean, it's a very nice style, but I would add a little bit of what's the word? I'd add a little bit of a color break, so that adds a little more depth to the style. Otherwise, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. All right. Let's see. We got someone by the name of Liv over here. Might as well take a look. All right, so we're using the Cosmic and the Phoenix. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the hair with the head style, how it kind of clips into each other. But I do like the little gem on the front of the head. That's very nice. All right. Let me see. Make sure. All right. So we got Katie Bishop over here. I mean, it's a very nice style of the character. Yeah, it's very nice, and I like how she used those legs so that they don't clip into these boots, because these boots are notorious for clipping into leg styles, and then it just messes up the boots. Or the legs go straight through the boots. So that was nice that she was actually able to find something that worked well. Uh, yeah, responding here to Red Knight in chat. Um, I always feel you should always mix it up with materials. You should always have a little bit of a color break or something, because otherwise everything can kind of look like a one tone, very just one dimensional across your character, and you want to have all sorts of different colors and textures across your character, so that brings a little more interest and it definitely catches the eye a little more. If they see if the same color or the same materials across the whole character, sometimes the character can get drowned out by the same material, and you can lose some of the that effect to kind of highlight certain pieces of the styles you're wearing. So I always feel you should always try to mix it up and have something different going on. Um, and if you can't mix up the materials a lot, at least try to mix up the colors a bit, so that there's at least three different colors your style has that kind of alternate between the style. So it's either got to be it has the shape of the character or the style has to be visually appealing, or the colors have to be appealing, or the material of the character has to be appealing. There has to be something that stands out. So you got to diversify a little more. Yeah, and I think that'll drastically improve that. And I think it's just as people go along and they play the game a little more, they figure out what works for them and what really catches their eye. But uh, but that's just my opinion. It's whatever you want to do. Because you're playing the character, so you do what you want. Um, that's kind of just something from my perspective, or at least how I try to put my styles together, more or less. Okay. Looks like we have a Starfire back there. Let me see here. Star Leos, and then there was the Stewarts I saw earlier. So this is definitely a much different take on the character, but I don't mind it. It looks like they're still putting the style together, so I won't be too crazy with this because they probably could use like a hand style or something. But I do like how they have like the wrap on the side. I think that's pretty nice. Yeah. There was a Stewart's. I saw him in the House of Legends. I thought that was pretty nice. The only thing I would suggest is maybe some sort of an aura, but then there are players that don't want an aura. I could totally understand that. Um, and for those players that don't want like a crazy aura or something, I would say maybe get like a green smoke aura or something that's very tame. Or he could probably even use the I'm trying to think of his name. It's basically that green aura that's used by the that Green Lantern Batman character. Like I can't think of his name, but it's basically that very slim green aura. Let me see if I could find it here. But that would probably be something that he would like, and it's not too crazy. It's got just enough going on with it, and it's not crazy. It's not in your face. If you want something that's a little more toned down, I'm not sure if I passed it, but I'll look back again. But yeah, so that's something I would kind of go for. Um, if you don't want something too crazy, because I have known some people that are like, no, I don't wear an aura. I don't want it to be too kind of out there. They want it to be toned down. So that that makes sense to me. I can understand that. Yeah. So, blackout construct. That. See, that aura would be nice. You still have that green going around, but it's not overpowering. It's actually very subdued. That's what I would. Yeah, blackout construct. That's what I would recommend. If you want something very toned down for that character. Uh, welcome Panic to the chat. He says, "Why can't I find your lobby? I'm actually in Metropolis right now. I'm. This is the USPS/PC server. So yeah, US server for PlayStation and PC. So if you're on the EU server or if you're on Xbox or Switch, unfortunately you wouldn't be able to join this server. But if you're on the US server and you're either PlayStation or PC, you would be able to hang out. We're outside of Little Bohemia, uh, and it is phase 1 right here. A lot of people think that the only way they could check their phase is right here in this tab, and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm in combat. I can't check this." Well, actually, if you look over here, it'll have your phase right here, and then it'll have your population, what you have currently, and then what it caps out at. So this is a good little tidbit that not a lot of people know about. Yeah, I apologize, man. I don't have an Xbox. I'm pretty much just PC. Yeah. But let me see what else here. And then we got Curry. Let's take a look at him. Oh, and then Chrono. Chrono always shows up. I gotta take a look at his style. He's always coming up with some real nice stuff. So, Gilded Metal Weave is always a fine choice. I like how he put it on the gloves. I mean, they should be cloth, to be honest. They should be the green. But I think it gives it a very regal look, and you don't see that a lot. I do kind of like that. It's different. And he's using the True King's Trident. Now, when we started in the game, or when I started in the game, there was no True King's Trident. You had to farm one of the missions. You had to farm one of the missions in Metropolis over by the docks, and you would get the Greco-Roman trident, and that was the only trident in the game. And you didn't have any other tridents to work from. Now there's like three different tridents in the game that you can work with now. We didn't have that. Now so it's nice that they added those because yes, it was kind of something people needed, and that used to sell for so much in the broker back in the day. That was equivalent to what the cyborg glove cannon was going for. Those were big ticket items back in the day when I started in 2013. People paid well. They paid good money at what good money was at the time. They paid good money for that. The Captain Cold hood, that was another thing that sold well. Um, so yeah, so those are the big ticket items back in the day. Nowadays, of course, it's more like time capsule collections and stuff like that that are king when it comes to making money, or rare chromas or whatnot. But when the game was a little more simple, that was basically what was making money on the game. And then some of the Metropolis collections, the more rare ones. Um, so it's nice to see stuff like that, and it looks like yeah he did like a newer version of Curry. I think that's from the I think this is from the yeah this is from the DCAU universe, the animated movies from the last, I want to say, last 3 to 4 years. Yeah, I thought the movie that this is referencing, I thought that movie was pretty good. I thought they did a good job on that. Uh, and I think for a while, I mean, DC always has really solid animation in movies. For the most part, I feel it's always the live action that takes a dip in quality because I don't know. I don't know if they don't have the right people kind of like doing it, or they don't know what they really want, or they're kind of split. Too many people in the and too many cooks in the kitchen. Um, but yeah, they usually get their animated stuff done pretty good. But the new 52 version of everything that they've been doing the last 3 4 years, I thought was pretty well done. And I think a lot of what Marvel's tried to do for animated stuff really was like they were trying to aspire to what DC was doing, and they couldn't hold a candle to it. So, but that DCAU universe is pretty much over, or at least that version of it. The version that they have now, and it's like Infinite Crisis on, or Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatnot. Um, I'm not sure if I like those movies, to be honest. They don't really resonate with me. Um, I don't know. They just something about them. I just don't care for the art style, or it feels like it's cheap. Like I like the previous animated universe. Not too crazy about the newest one, the Rebirth. I feel like they could do a little better. I mean, it's still better than a lot of the stuff that Marvel's putting out, but we're I think as DC fans we're used to a little better than what that is. Um, but yeah, you got me on rambling about these DCU shows. Um, but yeah, so very nice. I saw he had a Flashpoint Aquaman. I've seen all sorts of ways that people have made that character. I've seen people prioritize the shoulder plates so that you can have the emblem on the one shoulder or at least on both shoulders, because there's no style that has like an emblem that will show for both, or only for one. Um, and then I've some people wanted more of a slim down style that had a high neck collar, and some just wanted a more pronounced sash, so they go for the apocalyptic general for that style. So it's interesting to see how everybody looks at the same style and has a drastically different take on what's important to them. Whoops, pickup time. There we go. And one more. There we go. uh, there. But but yeah, don't know why that's not working. Oh, oh wow, oh wow. Well, it looks like we got a speed hacker in open world. Nothing new here, I guess. And they're just camping them. I mean, I don't, well, I'll just keep picking them up then, cause gear can't break anymore. They need to put that Lazarus pit on if they got it. That'll allow them to get away at least. All right, I think they got it. But yeah, I mean, stuff like that. The game needs a fix because um, believe it or not, like when I see that as a PC player, I kind of get upset because that's that paints a very bad picture for those of us that do play the game legit, and then you have this small minority that want to ruin gameplay for everybody. They don't care what they do. Um, they just egregiously just want to break the game whatever way they can. And these are often people that that don't really have I don't know. They don't know what they want to do, or they're not having a great time, or they feel like their time on here is cheap, so they try to ruin it for others. So I don't like people like that. It's just not great, and it's not a great representation for people who play the PC platform. So this style over here I think is pretty cool. I like how he used that evil eye on the inside of that mask. You would actually think that that'd clip right through, but it doesn't. So that's a very nice style. And of course, I'm always a fan of whoever uses that plasmic aura. I think easily one of the best auras in the game. So for me, that's like that makes it better. So you've already got a great style, and then you got something great on top of it. So I think that's kind of cool. All right. Let's see. We got day one over here. It looks like they got that new aura on. That's funny. The the band was actually going right through their nose. That's kind of funny. I kind of like how this cape looks this way, and it looks like it's almost like papyrus with like ancient text written on it. So if you want it to look like you have like giant pieces of papyrus on your back, with inscriptions, that's a good way to do it. That's kind of cool. Uh, the chest style I'd probably use with this sort of a scheme would be the would be it's that wrathful chest style. It's usually in the back. Let me see here. Wrath's conviction with like the different like the papers on it. That'd be kind of cool. Having that and the cape, and it has like nails that are just like driven into your character to hold that in place. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see here. We got DC Cyborg. Looks like he's changing his style over here. Yeah, it's like Cyborg trying to look like Blue Beetle, kind of. Maybe he's not done yet, but yeah. All right. All right. So I think this is a really good stopping point. I'm only going to pitch two things. The Halloween party is coming up at the end of this month. On the channel, I have a community post. If you want to check it out, you are more than welcome to. So go ahead and check that out. I'll be dropping a few shorts that'll have the styles of some of the styles that we've checked out here today, and then hopefully I'm going to try to get a mixed style video out within the next few days. I think everything's been a little quiet on the channel right now because I'm trying to finish up the episode. I'm basically done with the elite gear, done with my mods, and now I'm working on the OP belt, finishing that up. I'm like third breakthrough. I'm already done with that. So one more breakthrough. So a good thing on that, if you play alts, for sure, play all of them and have them buy the catalyst and then shift them over to your main. That is the easiest way to save money. Don't spend money if you don't need to on something as simple as that. So just play alts. Alts are really are a godsend in this game. I never really played a lot of alts, but they're very necessary now with a lot of things being monetized in the game. So just play your alts, and you can have alts buy the mod boxes or the mod plans so that you can shift them over to your main, so you can get those. So you can share the costs. Something I also do to get my reg gear up on all of my characters, or get the reg gear up for like the feet on my main, is I'll have each character buy 2 or 3 pieces of the gear. Like have the healer buy the head, shoulders, and chest, or like I'll share it like to where it's basically equal across most of the characters, and then I'll style unlock all those styles on my main, and you'll get the feat. And then that's a much easier way to get the discount across all your characters. Okay. The aura I'm wearing is the plasmic aura. It was the first special aura in the game. Before that, it was just simple auras, which were just colors, color glow around your character. Um, but yeah, so playing alts in this game is pretty necessary if you want to get your OP items up. Um, you want to get the style discounts early. Is just run your alts. So I got four different main, like four end game alts that I run on to do that, and it just makes things so much easier. Um, but yeah, so I'll have a video coming out. I'll have shorts coming out, and I got the Halloween party coming up. So just a lot going on right now, but I will find time to try to make sure we have a few more things trickling down on the channel. So I appreciate y'all for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Laters.